Repeat, take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, Stafford here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Brought down at the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And some room to run now. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 19-yard line. A gain there his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
A gain of 13 yards.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Yards to go.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 lap week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that can slow things a little bit, right? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 5-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. The throw over the middle, taken in. touchdown, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, if it gets set up there, is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchdown. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The down with the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. His throw here is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over.
1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Look, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender and he got there in a hurry.
And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Dan Bailey to kick off 4 minutes.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Stafford here coming off his pick six. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a carry for Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's got Daly. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. An open man, it's Foster. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in
this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a fair catch call for made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Stafford's pass intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's third and 2.
To go.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on fourth and goal. Oh, look at this play call. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Robert Forster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing again, Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe unwilling to risk an injury. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.